Figure it out, page number 144. First question, find the areas of the figures below by dividing them into rectangles and triangles. Different shapes are here. First we have to divide into the rectangle form or triangles. Remaining part is triangles. So first figure we can see this is a rectangle. So when we are drawing like this way, the line, we will get a rectangle. And here 1, 2, 3, 4 squares are there on the horizontally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares vertically. So 4 into 5 full squares. That means 4 into 5, 20 full squares are there. Then more than half squares. Here we have to count the remaining part. More than half squares, it's coming here 2, here also 2, that 4. So total area of the figure, the given figure is equal to this 20 plus 4 is equal to 24 square unit. Same way second one. Here we are getting this the rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4 squares on straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares vertically. So this rectangle, area of this rectangle is 4 into 5. 20. Then full squares. Here we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full squares are there. So 20 plus 5. Number of full squares in that figure is equal to 25. Then more than half squares. Remaining that we have to check. More than half squares are 4. So total area of that figure is equal to 25 plus 4, 29 square unit. When we are doing the third one, C, here we are getting the rectangle with the 3 squares horizontally and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares vertically. So full squares is coming 3 into 8 is equal to 24, and when we are counting the remaining full squares, we'll get 12 are there. So total 36 full squares are there. And half squares, here exact half also we can see here in between. This is half square, this one is half square. So number of half squares, that only 2, these 2. That is equal to 2 into half. So 1 unit we are getting. Then more than half squares, that is coming 8. So total area of the figure is equal to 36 plus 1 plus 8 is equal to 45 square unit. Same way in D figure, here we can draw the rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4 and here 1, 2, 3. So 4 into 3, 12 full squares are there and one more full square we will get. So total number of full squares is equal to 13. More than half squares, here we are getting 3. So total area of that figure is equal to 13 plus 3, 16 square units. Here we are not getting any rectangle or just one square, and here 1, 2 or more than that, better to count the full squares. So area of full squares, that is coming 5. Then half squares we are getting 4. So 4 into half, that will come 2 square unit. More than half squares, 4 are there. So total area is coming as 11 square unit. 5 plus 2 plus 4. Page number 145, making it more or less. Here using 9 unit squares. Unit square means all sides with 1 unit. Solve the following. What is the smallest perimeter possible? 9 squares are there. So if we are arranging that 9 squares in the form of a square, we can see all 3 sides with 3 units. So perimeter of this square is equal to 4 into side, or 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, which is equal to 4 into 3 is equal to 12 units. That is the smallest perimeter possible by using the 9 unit squares. Second question, what is the largest perimeter possible? If we are arranging all the 9 squares in a horizontal line, straight line form, here breadth is 1 unit and length is coming 9 unit. So the largest perimeter, when we are arranging them in a straight line form, Perimeter is equal to 2 into length plus breadth. Length is 9 plus 1 breadth. So 9 plus 1, 10. 2 into 10, 20 units. Here we are getting perimeter of this arrangement, that is 20 units. In the square arrangement, that is the smallest one or the least one, that is 12 units, the perimeter. Now the third one, make a figure with a perimeter of 18 units. Using these 9 squares, we had to make the perimeter as 18. So we can arrange 5 squares in horizontally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this side length is 5 unit. And next here 2 unit more, 2 squares. This side is coming 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And each one with width 1. So 4 plus 1, here 2 squares. So 2, 1, 1, here 3 squares, 3, 1. We are adding all these measurements, we will get the perimeter of this figure, that is 18 units. In page number 146, here we can see below this the house plan of Karen. It is a rectangular plot. Look at the plan. What do you notice? And from the same design, some measurements are here given. Find the missing measurements and also find out the area of his house. First we can find the measurements of or the dimensions of each rectangle or square. For that, here it is given area as 225, 15 into 15, which means here width is 15 and also length, both that is coming 15 feet. So 15 into 15. Same way here this line is coming. So this side also 15. Here this is 15 feet. And that into here area is given as 180. So we know that one area divided by length is equal to width. So 180 divided by 15, we will get 12. So here the measurement 12. That means length is 15 and width is 12. Total area is coming 15 into 12, 180 square feet. Now here the total width of that plot is given as 30 feet. Now already we got 15 and 12. Then remaining that here 27, 30 minus 27, that is 3. So width of the garden, that is 3 unit. Same way here this side, here it is given 5 into 10. So this is 5, width is 5 and the height is or that length, that is 10 unit. So 10 into 5, here we will get the area, that is 50 square unit. Now this is 5, here this already we got that as 15. Now 15 plus 5, 20. Remaining here this is supposed to come. Here it is given as 15 into 12. So this side is 12, this side is 15. Which means this also 15. Same way it is going. And here it is given this side is 15, which means length is 15 and here that is 12. So area of this hole that is 15 into 12, which is equal to 180. Here area of this hole. Now area of the kitchen is given, that is 180. Here 50, here 12. This also 12, remaining here this is 3. Now this is the same way. So length is 15 here also and width is 3. So 45. Area of this part, that means parking area, that is 45 square feet. Area of the garden here. This length till here. Here 15 and that plus this much more, that is 5. So 15 plus 5, it will come till here. From here till, that is 20, that into width 3. That means this length, that is, length is 20, width is 3. So 20 into 3, 60 square feet is the garden. Parking is 45. Now here this part, that also part of the hall. So we got to draw a dotted line here and we make a rectangle like the same way. 12 was the length and width was 5. So 12 into 5, 60 square feet it will come that. Here this again is the square form, 5 the width and length, that means square. So that area will come square 25 square feet. Now area of that all. Here utility. This we got that as 15 and width is 3, so 45. So if we are adding all the areas, 225 plus 180 plus 60 plus 60, 25, 50, 45, 180, again 180, 45. All together that we will get the area of the plot or that plan. And also here this side is 30 feet. This side what we are getting 15 plus 15, 30 plus 5, 35. So here we will get 35 into 30, length into breadth, area of the total plot. By the missing measurements, we got all the missing measurements. Find out the area of his house. So we can add the area of each room or each section and get the total, or length into breadth. Here breadth is given as 30, length is coming here 15 plus 5 plus 15, that means 35. 35 into 30 is equal to 1050 square feet. Length into breadth, it's a rectangle shape. Now the same way the next page 147, there are also dimensions of Sharon's house is given. Here total length is given 42. So the length of that plot is 42 and here 12 into 15 is given. The length is here more. So that we can take as 15. And this is width 12. So 12 into 15, 180. Then here 18 into 10 is given, which means this side is 18. This side is 18. Here 10. So this height is 10. And utility also here given as 70 square feet. When we are taking from this side, here we can see that 23 feet is the length. Total 23 is here, this one. 23 feet into 15. So this 23, this part from here till here 18. So remaining part, that is 5. So total length is 23. This part, that is 18. That 18 we can write here inside. From here we are getting that side as 18. Here 23, which means 18 plus 5. Here 5 is coming. And now here total is 42. This is 12. Here this one is 5. 18. The remaining is 7 from 42. This side already 15 into 15 and 70 is the 15 into 7, 105. 105. Then 10 is here. 10 into 7, 70 square feet. This part 5 into 10. 5 is the width. 10. Then the area of the toilet, that is 50. Now we got all the measurements here. 12 into 10, 120. Here 180, 120, 50, 180, 345, 105, 70. If you are adding all the areas of each room, we will get the total area. So find the missing measurements, that already we got. Next, find out the area of the house. Area of the house, already this side length is given 42. We know that is the rectangle shape. So for length into breadth, which means here 42 and breadth is coming here 10 plus 15, 25, which is equal to 1050 square feet. So both the houses having the same area, different plans. Figure it out, page number 149. First question, give the dimensions of a rectangle whose area is the sum of the areas of two rectangles, having measurements 5 meter into 10 meter and 2 meter into 7 meter. So area of the first rectangle is length into breadth. That means 5 into 10, 50 meter, square meter. Area of the second rectangle, length into breadth, 2 into 7, 14 square meter. Then sum of these two areas. Sum of the areas of these two means 15 plus 14, that is coming 64 square meter. Now give the dimensions of the rectangle whose area is the sum. That means the sum of the areas of the rectangles are 64. Give any possible dimensions are there or not. That we have to check. We got 64 as the area. So all possible dimensions of rectangles with areas 64 square meter are. We can take length as 64 meter and breadth as 1 meter. So 64 into 1, area we will get 64 square meter. 32 and 2. 32 into 2, 64. 16 into 4, that also 64. 8 into 8, that also 64. So these are the different dimensions. To get that one, first we had to factorize this 64 or find the factors of the 64. So now we can see here 64 we can write as 1 into 64, 2 into 32, 4 into 16, 8 into 8. So these are the dimensions. The bigger unit we are taking as the length, the other unit we are taking as the breadth. So these are the all possible dimensions. Second question, the area of a rectangular garden that is 50 meter long is 1000 square meter. That means length of the garden is 50 meter and area of the garden is 1000 square meter. Find the width. We know that width or breadth we had to find. We know the formula, area of a rectangle is equal to length into breadth. Area is here given as 1000, which is equal to length also it's given 50. 50 into b. So breadth is equal to this 1000 divided by 50. We can divide by 10 and 5 here to 20. So breadth or width of the garden is equal to 20 meter. Third question, the floor of a room is 5 meter long and 4 meter wide. A square carpet whose sides are 3 meter in length is laid on the floor. That means first there is a floor with 5 meter length, that's in the rectangle shape, 5 meter length and 4 meter width. And at the middle with this is square carpet. So in the center they are putting a square carpet of 3 meter width. That is square carpet means all sides are with 3 meter. So area of the room, that is length rectangle, that is equal to length into breadth, 5 into 4, 20 square meter. This is square. Area of the carpet, that is side into side. Square means side into side. So 3 into 3, 9 square meter. Here the question, find the area that is not carpeted, which means this part, without the carpet. Area without the carpet. So area of the floor not carpeted is equal to 20 minus 9, 11 square meter. Fourth question, four flower beds having sides of 2 meter long and 1 meter wide are dug at the 4 corners of the garden, that is 15 meter long and 12 meter wide. So there is a garden in rectangle shape. Length is given 15 meter and width is 12 meter. So we can find the area of the garden. Rectangle, so length into breadth, 15 into 12, 180 square meter. Now there is 4 flower beds having the side 2 meter and 1 meter. So here is 2 meter, 1 meter, like that way 4 square beds are there. So area of this square bed, or flower bed is equal to, not square, flower bed, which is equal to length into breadth, 2 into 1, 2 square meter. Like that way in all four corners. So total area of the flower bed, 1, 2, 3, 4 are there. So 4 into area of one flower bed, that is 2. So 4 into 2, 8 square meter. Now how much area is now available for laying down a lawn? To make a lawn, the remaining part is the remaining part. How much area is there? So total area minus 4 flower beds area we have to subtract. So that means total area is 180, that minus 4 flower beds. So 8. 180 minus 8, 172 square meter area is available for laying down the lawn. Fifth question. Shape A has an area 18 square units and shape has an area 20 square units. Shape A has a longer perimeter than shape B. Draw two such shapes satisfying the given conditions. So here it's given shape A, shape B, two shapes are there. Area of shape A is 18 square meter and area of shape B, that is 20 square meter, square unit. And here this 18 shape A we can arrange in different manner. 18, when we are taking the factorization, same as it before, 18 we can write as 1 into 18 and 2 into 9, 3 into 6. So all we are getting 18. So we can arrange or we can make the rectangle all these three shapes. If we are taking this shape, 9 into 2, 9 as length and 2 meter as the width. Then perimeter is equal to perimeter of a rectangle 2 into L plus B. Or add all the four sides. This is 2 meter, this one is 9 meter. So 9 plus 2, 11, 11 into 2, 22 meter. If we are taking 4 into 5, in this case of 20, area is given, that is 20. So factors of 20 we can take as 20 into 1, 4 into 5, 10 into 2. And consider this one. Perimeter is 2 into L plus B, it's a rectangle shape. So 2 into 5 plus 4, 9, 18. Now we can see here perimeter is 22 and here perimeter is 18. We know that 22 is greater than 18, which means here shape A has longer perimeter than shape B. Area is here, shape B is having more, but here we had to find out two such shapes, which means shape A has longer perimeter than shape B. Here shape in this shape we are drawing, shape A has longer perimeter. Same way, two such shapes. One more shape we can find if we are taking first one, 18 into 1 and 2 into 10 here. These two if we are taking, we can see here perimeter is equal to 2 into length plus breadth, that means 18 plus 1, 19, 2 into 19, 38 meter. And when we are taking this 10 into 2, 10 meter as the length, 2 meter as the width, 2 into length plus breadth, that is 2 into 12, 24. Here also 38 is greater than 24, which means perimeter of shape A has longer than shape B. So two such cases are here. Now question number 6. On a page in your book, draw a rectangular border that is 1 centimeter from the top and bottom and 1.5 centimeter from left to right sides. What is the perimeter of the board? Rectangular book border we are drawing. So let the dimensions of the page be x and y. We can take in random, and therefore dimensions of the rectangle are, when we are taking 1.5 centimeter from bottom and top, so that will come 1.5 plus 1.5. When we are making border there on top and back, this is 1.5. So the remaining part is coming x minus 1.5 plus 1.5, 3. So x minus 3. Same way here also. that will come 1 centimeter from left and right. So that is coming 2 centimeters, so y minus 2. Then perimeter of that is equal to 2 into length plus breadth. Here length is x minus 3 and breadth is y minus 2. So 2 into x minus 3 into y minus 2. Seventh question. Draw a rectangle of size 12 units into 8 units. So first we are drawing a rectangle 12 units length, 8 units as the breadth. Draw another rectangle inside that without touching the outer rectangle that occupies exactly half the area. Exactly half of the area of the bigger one or the outer rectangle. So first we have to calculate the area of the outer rectangle. Area of the outer rectangle is equal to length into breadth, that means 12 into 8. It will come 96 square unit. Then in area of the inner rectangle, that will be exactly half the area of that. Half of 96 is coming 48. So area of the inner rectangle or the new rectangle supposed to be 48 square units. Now 48, when we are taking the factors, we can see the possible different type of arrangements we will get. The 48 we can write as 12 into 4, 16 into 3, 8 into 6 and 1 into 48. When we are looking all these dimensions, we can see 12 into 4, which means it will come the length same as the outer rectangle. Here it's saying without touching the outer rectangle. So this we cannot take because 12 is same length is coming the outer rectangle. Next is 16. That also we cannot take because 16 is more than 12 units. That will go out of that this rectangle. Here 1 into 48 also we cannot take because 48 is the lengthy one we are getting. Now only the option is 8 into 6. 8 unit as the length, 6 unit as the breadth, and when we are taking the area 6 into 8, 48, and that is half of the outer or the original rectangle. Now dimensions of the new rectangle are 8 units and 6 units, and the area is 8 into 6, 48 square units. Question number 8. A square piece of paper is folded in half. The square is then cut into 2 rectangles along the fold. Regardless of the size of the square, one of the following statements always true. Which statement is true here? To find that, to make it easy, you have to consider a square of 2 units. Square means all sides are equal. So everywhere 2 units. And if we are cutting that square through the middle or folding that paper, we will get this side as 2 and here this will half. That means 1 unit. So such type of, when we are folding this square through the midpoint, we will get 2 such pieces. Now we can take in place of 2, 1 and half of 1, that will come 1 by 2. To avoid fraction, take the square of 2 units and here half of that this side, that will come as 1 unit. Now let the first you have to write, let the square be with the 2 units, and look at the first option. We can go through one by one. First option, the area of each rectangle is larger than the area of the square. Area of each, that means one rectangle, that is larger than the area of the square. We can see area of the square is side into side, that means 2 into 2, 4 units. Area of the rectangle, length into breadth, 2 into 1, 2 units. So area of each rectangle is not larger than the area of the square. So that option is not true, which means false. First option is false. Then second one. The perimeter of the square is greater than the perimeter of both the rectangles added together. So perimeter of the square, we know that 4 into side, which is equal to 4 into side. Each side is 2 centimeter or 2 units. So it will come 4 into 2, 8 units. And perimeter of the rectangle, length is 2 and the other one breadth is 1. So 1 plus 2, 3, 2 into 3, 6. And sum of both the rectangles, that will come 12, 6 plus 12. 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. And that 8 perimeter of the square is, here it's given perimeter of the square is greater than perimeter of both the rectangles. Here we are getting perimeter of the square is 8 and perimeter of the both the rectangles together, that means 12, which is not greater. So we can cut that, not greater. Option B is not true, that also false. C1. The perimeters of both the rectangles added together is always 1.5 times of the perimeter of the square. So perimeter of both the rectangles, perimeter of one rectangle, that is coming 2 plus 1, 3, 3 into 2, 6, and both the rectangles, it will come 12 units. We can calculate this way also. Both means 2 rectangles. So that 2 is here, and 2 into L plus B is the formula for the perimeter of the rectangle. So L length is here, you can see that 2 and 1. So 2 plus 1, 3, this 2 into 2 will come 4. So 4 into 3, 12 units. Otherwise also you can calculate here. Perimeter means 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1, and that double it 2 times. So 12 units. Perimeter of the square is 4 into side, 4 into 2, it will come 8 units. Now here it's given perimeter of both the rectangles together is 1.5 times of the perimeter of the square. We can check that. Perimeter of the rectangle, that means 12. 12 is equal to 1.5 times of perimeter of the square, 8. 1.5 time means convert into improper fraction, 2 into 1, 2 plus 1, 3. 3 by 2 into 8. Simplify that, divide by 2, here 4. 4 into 3, 12. So here we are getting left side and right side of the equal to sign, both the same number, which means option C, that is true. Now the D1, the area of the square is always 3 times as larger as the area of the both the rectangles added together. We know that area of the square is 2 into 2, that is 4 units. Area of the rectangle, 2 rectangles are there, 2 into 1, so 4 units. Here it's saying area of the square is 3 times as large as area of both the rectangles, 3 times. That is not working here, both the areas is getting same. So option D also not true, which means false. So now we got option C is the correct one.